Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Life Lessons with Casey. This week we want to discuss the fault in our education system. There are a lot of faults in our education system, but the one we want to talk about this week is the one that has to do with lack of specialized knowledge. Most graduates, after spending 4 or 5 years in the university, come out to learn a skill from someone who did not go to the university at all. I am not saying it's bad, but why can't we structure our education system in such a way that while coming out, somebody will have one thing that he or she is good at? For instance, when I got admission to study biological science, I felt excited because we are going to be exposed to all microbiology, parasitology, zoology, botany, or stuff like that. So, along the line, but as at year 1, we are still doing a lot of general studies. The same with year 2. But when I really got heartbroken was when I now decided to go for my master's so that I can choose an area of specialization. That was how I went for environmental biology. What I had in mind was that I was going to get a tangible knowledge that I would use to improve environmental health. But lo and behold, we got loaded with lots of coursework once again. Our education system is full of lots of coursework, lots of theory. Our education system is supposed to offer us a specialized knowledge. We don't need to study 101 things for 4 years. Then when you come out, you become a jack of all trade and a master of none. Now you go back to go and start learning from people that did not go to school. It is not good that our computer science students, after 4 years in the university, still come out to learn computer skills in a computer school. Why not let us learn one thing and hold it? Even if you're going to take 100 students to come and study computer science, let them now choose what they want to learn. Okay, this one wants to learn how to fix a motherboard. When this one comes out, even if he's going to go and join traders, it be that okay, I'm coming as a specialist in this area, not coming to come and learn. Let it be that the person is a specialist in one particular thing. Somebody can actually go to school just to study graphic design. When you come out, you're not going to go and learn how to design again. Rather, you will now come with your own ideas, with something different as somebody that went to school. Maybe teaching people how to combine colors, how this color and that color will not match, how you can add this color to this color to get a better picture. Somebody can actually go to the university just to study fishery. When the person gets to the university, don't force them to start doing mathematics, English. They've done it in secondary school. Let them focus on the fishery thing so that when they come out, they can help a farmer that didn't go to school to produce better breeds of fishes, produce better fish food, to produce better drugs for the fish. You can say, let the person go and learn it. Why do we now waste 4 or 5 years in the university if we are still coming out to come and learn that thing again from someone that did not go to the university? I have someone here who is going to tell us the way out, the solutions, or what we can do about this fault in our education system. And she's no other than my very own sister. Stay tuned. Hello, I believe we've already watched the first part of the video, which talks about the lack of specialized fields, which is the fault in our education system. Well, I'm here to talk about the solution. I'll start with saying that the problem is in the system. The problem we have is in the system. We don't actually have a well-structured system generally in the country. As a Nigerian, you get used to providing your own security, providing your own power. Everybody has a generator. We even go as far as building roads for ourselves. So here, education should not be left out. The truth of the matter is that things are not getting any better in the country. So if you can afford a quality education for your child, please do send them outside the country. Really, this might not sound like a solution, but it is one. Even in the job market, if you have MSc, BSc from any abroad university, when I mean abroad university, I mean as bad as Accra. If you schooled in Accra, it's considered as abroad university. You are hot cake. Okay, so if you can actually afford to give your child education outside of this country, please do. Then secondly, I want to talk about internship. This is something we overlook here a lot. Okay, you find out that you go to school, you spend like 4 years, 5 years in school doing theory, board work, things that actually are not practical. Okay, so we'll be looking at a very practical system which works here in the country. If you look at the system of entrepreneurship in the eastern part of the country, you would see that young boys at some certain age are being sent to live with people who are doing well in a particular line of business. Now, they stay there for some years, maybe 2, 3, 4 years. They are there in the field. They are there in the market. They are there being part of the business. They see how businesses are managed. They see the in and out of the business. And at the end of the whatever tenure they are staying with their master, with their boss, you find out that they can handle everything. I mean everything about this business. So we are supposed to include this in our own education system. Let me also give another practical example. You see those who study medicine, nursing, you find out that they do some board work, class work, and then you go to teaching hospitals and you find them all over there. That is what for every other course should be put in place, whereby you do some board work, some class work, and then you do internship. At the end of every holiday, at the end of every break, every ASU strike, you are supposed to find a platform where you do internship. And of course, in this country, we don't like paying for labor. So the truth is that you might have to do a non-paid internship. But trust me, the experience is going to be worthwhile. So we are looking at you starting from 100 level, where you know that, okay, this is the course I want to do, let's say agriculture. You find a farm. There are so many of these farms where you will see entrepreneurship is being involved, not just the farming. You would see a lot of things going on for yourself. You would learn. It could be any other field. I mean, just do internship. I think that is the only practical help we are going to get. That is it. For those who do BEd, that's Bachelor's in Education, they go for teaching practice. Now, there is supposed to be room for that in all courses. So let's say for someone doing BSc in Biological Sciences, there should be a particular place where you are already interning, like find a firm, find a company, somewhere that you can just keep learning, practicalizing the board work you are being taught. Since, well, it's not going to be involved in your education system. You already know this is Nigeria, how it works. But then for yourself, just do these things. I mean, these are some of the things that we would have done better if we knew about them. So as an undergraduate, don't just stay in class, don't just stay in school, getting the A's and all of that. Make sure that you know the practical aspect of whatever you are doing. Let me give an example. You are doing theater arts. Join any Nollywood production, whatever that you can find around. You could be doing that for free. It doesn't even matter if it's just the camera that they say, hey, okay, bring for me. You just do the running around. But the fact is that you are in that environment. That's what matters. You are in that environment. You are seeing how production works, how film production works, how acting is properly being done, and stuffs like that. When you graduate, trust me, you have an experience and you have an advantage over your classmates who just sat down in the classes and they were scoring A's. The labor market now, they don't just look at
your scores. They don't look at your GPA. They don't look at what you finished with. They want experience. They want work experience. And how do you get this work experience? Okay, fine. It doesn't even matter if what you are doing is unrelated to your course. Some of us are even working in places where our work is not related to our course. But then there are some work etiquettes that you need. Get them as a student. There are some things you need to get acquainted to. Excel, how to use Word documents. You learn these things if you practice with them. And how do you get that? By being in the workplace. That's the only solution I have for us in this aspect of lack of specialized knowledge. The only way you get specialized knowledge in the course you are doing is by doing internships. It doesn't matter if, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's paid or if it's free, but please, as much as possible, get work experiences even in your field as an intern before you get out there with your certificates to hunt for a job. Thank you very much.